Testing, testing. I am confused. Testing, testing. Ooh. I better turn that off. Okay. Oh, I need to put these headphones on. Excuse me. My ears are going to be sore from using these headphones for a long period of time. Huzzah! Ooh, I peaked. I peaked the audio. Let's turn the game down. Huzzah! Yes! Okay. Test, test, test. Yay, it works. Okay. Alright, well, I guess I'm good to start. So, yeah, I'm gonna start the stream here. I'm just gonna look and see if everything's working. Oh, right, I have to get it up on my phone. For some reason, it's not showing up. Enable live chat. Alright, I need to add some tags. Minecraft creative Nether update. Building. No. Save. Alright, I'll do all that other stuff later. Alright, so now there's some tags. How do I post this on my channel? Why does it not show up? I'm trying to watch it on my phone, but it won't let me. Strange. Alright. Huh. I'm very confused. Does anyone know how these things show up on the... Is it private or something? Share. No, that's not helpful. Oh, it is private. Doi. Public. Alright, there we go. Save. Hooray, it's working. That's not what I wanted. What the heck? Why did it go to freaking... Alright, here we go. This is all I need. Alright, so I've got visuals on the chat. So it's on my stinking phone. So that's kind of a trick. Alright, we're live now. I had the stream on streaming privately, which was kind of a problem. So we're gonna start. So this is alright. This is number 2. Whoa. Is it working? I'm assuming it worked. Yep. Okay. Had to do a little tester. Alright, welcome to Jagworks. You're watching just an average guy build the Underworld. I am Stove, and I bet you didn't know that you could do this in a boat. Your freaking butt hangs out the bottom. If you go underneath a block that's too low. You kind of crouch down. Interesting. I mean, it doesn't look like anything happens whenever you back up into it. It just looks like normal, but yeah, so if you're wondering what's going on here, it's well, that's a little strange. Why aren't they invisible? I think things are working. I did reload the game. Yeah, things are working. Whoa! Wait, what? Why did he vanish? Oh, he didn't vanish. I'm just an idiot. What is thy offer, he says. Okay, so let me explain a little bit here. So what we've got is this Underworld, and this stuff I've built already, and I'm not done with it. And we're in the new Nether update snapshot. So this is snapshot 20W06A. And I built this stuff in the previous update, or in the previous version, and then pretty much they came out with the snapshot, and it uses some new blocks. So we've got some cool things here. I've already included a few. So I've got these creeping, weeping vines or whatever that are hanging off of this giant heart, and indeed in the over the veins that it's in. And what else did I use recently? I've used the shroom lights in here too to give it some light, and it actually looks pretty good. It used to just be redstone blocks, which kind of sucked. I've got in here, we've got some of the, what are they called? Crimson stems, like from the new trees. And they look good as sort of like a blood flow. I used to just have the nether wart block, which worked too, but it actually looks like a flowing blood. And we've got some more of the weeping vines down there. And it looks like the blood's just kind of spattering down. Kind of. A little bit. Yeah. Now, if you're wondering what these things are, this is related to the adventure mode that I'm making. Oh, here's another thing, the Soulfire lantern. They're just hanging in air. Because I just used a command to set them there. You can't actually they have to have something underneath them. But yeah, I used a command to get them like that. So this whole map is made for my adventure mode sort of game. that turns the Minecraft into an RPG game. So you probably couldn't help but notice that there's some little stats at the bottom of the screen. It shows my HP level, next level, and my debt, whatever that means. So if I go to survival, it actually puts me into adventure mode right away. So I can't place or break anything. But if you notice, it says my level's 8, but if you look at the XP bar, it says 12. But that's not really what my level is. Basically, I have a system that if I get enough experience points, experience set S, we'll do 50L. Oh, wait, what? Levels. There we go. Okay, it's running a little slow, probably because I have my spectator account on here, and I'm streaming and everything. Yeah, all these things are running pretty slow. Look at that. That's pretty ass. Is there a way I could fix that? I probably could just get rid of the spectator account. But anyway, so now I've got this thing. So whenever I got, basically this number here represents the number of experience bars that I need to level up. I've got 50, so now I have plenty. And whenever I hold this thing, you see that there is some boxes around me, some crates. And you can use these to level up. So you can level up your defense, offense, or endurance for now. And each one gives you different stats. So let's upgrade the defense. There we go. Yeah, that's supposed to be a lot faster. Let me just disconnect from this with the other game. That might help. Maybe. Yeah, that's better. Alright, so now I've leveled up to level 11. Let's use offense. And we'll do endurance again. And maybe another defense. Oh no, we'll do one more. One more. Okay, there we go. So if you notice that my health has actually gone up. I used to only have about 7 hearts, and now I have 20.5 hearts, which is pretty cool. You can actually can level up your stats. Like every time, no matter which item you level up more. You level up your health, but defense levels up health a little bit more. And yeah, this is all made by me. This isn't any kind of extra content kind of thing. Why is there just bats here? How do you exist? Weird. How are there just bats? They're supposed to be... What? There's just bats now. They're supposed to be the flying little ghost things. Oh, everything's falling apart, man. What's going on here? Okay, well there's one. But what happened? It's just, it vanished. Oh, I'm so confused right now. Dang. Oh, it doesn't seem to be working. Okay, it worked on that. For some reason, there's just bats. I think they're invulnerable, too. I think these are technically the bats that are supposed to be carrying around the ghosts that you have to collect, the souls. Well, anyway, the way I've got this working is whenever you level up, you get a piece of this button set to your helmet slot, and it gives you your stats. So it gives you the offense and defense stats. Endurance works a little differently, so it's not on the helmet, the headpiece. But anyway, we're here to build. The whole purpose of this is the whole purpose of this place is to give another reason for a problem that happens with dying. So if I die, I end up right here, right in the portal. If I go through the portal, you'll see that I don't go into the overworld. I end up in this little box, and so I'm trapped. I'm trapped in here, but I can go back through and you know, harvest souls, which are these little guys. So if I kill this guy, I get 1 soul. You see it at the scoreboard on the right. And if you noticed, my depth went down 2. So now I only have 14. So if I kill 14 more of these guys, I will my soul will be free, pretty much. Basically my debt will be satisfied. I guess I could simulate that. Something must be wrong here, because I don't understand why these bats are all here. Kill at E. Type equals bat. Distance equals 50. There. Killed all the bats. Why is that one just up there? What? What is going on? Is there something there? Ugh. Cribes. Okay. How about now? Is everything okay now? Okay, we just got them floating up there. But anyway, if you there's 2 types of these little souls. There's the ones that are on the ground and they just run around. They just run away from you. Now that I want them to appear, they won't show up. And then you've seen me kill a couple of those. And then there's these flying ones, which is probably the reason why there was all those bats. They for some reason they spawn without the thing on top. And those ones are worth 3 souls because they're a lot harder to kill. These ones, you know, you could just run up to them. They're not too fast. You can just punch them. They only take 1 hit. And technically you could shoot them with an arrow too, and that would also work. But the bats are harder to kill, even with a bow, especially when they fly over the freaking edge like that. And yeah, so that's that. Now there's also one more way that I have that you can get out of this place, and that's through this guy. Essentially, what you can do is, if I give him some gold, I can give him any type of gold. Let's see. Let's give him some nuggets. So if I give him some nuggets, oh, here we go. I don't know why it wasn't working. Should be able to give it to him, like, from anywhere, but I guess you have to point at his face. So if I give him some nuggets, it's supposed to play a sound too. I wonder why it's not. I could give him nuggets, I could give him ingots, and I could give him blocks. And you could also give him diamonds. And basically, the more money you give him, because if you notice his name, it's actually, why isn't it showing me his name now? Well, anyway, it showed it here. Oh, that's right, because I already gave him stuff. So it is working. His name's Sharon, which is, well, Charon. What is it called? How's it pronounced? But it's from the Greek Underworld, the Hades. And that's what this is a reference to. He's He's the ferryman of the underworld. So after I gave him some money, which is what you would give him in the mythology, in the mythos, he'll let you cross the river Styx, at least a little bit. If you give him, I gave him quite a bit, so I could probably make it across. But once I get in here, I'm gonna start taking damage. It like randomly gives me a point of damage, and hopefully I can make it across here so I can show you. So the less money you give him, the more frequently you'll take damage. I only just barely got across. That was impressive. And at the end here, you can find. Well, this is just temporary. This is what I'm gonna be building in this stream. There's this whole area here. This is supposed to be a grand castle kind of thing. That's the ruler of the underworld lives. And you'll find in here, in there, you'll find these vial of souls. Now, this is the other way you can escape this purgatory. You could go around just killing these guys, or you could give Charon some of your money, and just. Or you could give Charon some of your money and try to get across and get one of these things. Now, I'll show you. If you die, even in the Nether, or even in here, your debt will go back up to full. So your debt, the amount of souls you need to collect is equal to how many of these souls you have to kill. And I'll just show you real quick. Soul kill. We'll do 15. There we are. So now I only need to get one more soul. If I get that soul, you'll notice I still have this vial of souls. If I get this soul, he just happens to be the hardest one to get. Oh my gosh, what a squirt. There you go. We got your depth has been satisfied. I respawn, and I'm in the overworld. Woo! Now, I didn't lose anything. You don't lose. That's the whole purpose of this. The keep inventory rules on, because if you die in this game and you lose your stuff, it's gonna be a lot more difficult. So I still have this vial of souls, and it says a whirling mass of darkness writhes in a desperate dance of freedom. Perhaps imbibing this macabre fluid will release you from the Reaper's harvest. Now, if I drank it now, it would just give me the wither effect, which is kind of funny because I'm alive. But if I die, you'll see I go immediately to the Nether, or well, this purgatory, and my depth is back up to 16. If I drink this, boom, right away, I'm back in the overworld. So, so what I want to do is, essentially, it's going to be a matter of choice. You could go through with going around and killing all these little guys and just come back to life that way, or you could go all the way across the river Styx, which this is all going to be improved later. I'll probably add some obstacles as well, so you have to navigate it a little better, and grab yourself one of these vials, and you could come back to life that way, or even better, you could get all the way over here, grab a vial, and on your way, get as many souls as you can, and then by that point, you probably could, yeah, see, I got 3. By then, by the time you get this thing, you should be able to come back just by killing the last a couple more souls. Just by collecting a couple more souls. And it's pretty easy on this platform because there's not anywhere for them to run, really. And they also don't run away from you when you're in creative mode, so that helps. So, and that way you have a vial of souls, and and that way next time you die, you can come back right away. It's basically a get out of jail free card. If you die, you go to jail, you have to spend some time in there, and you can either get lucky and kill a bunch of these guys, or if you've already got the get out of jail free card, you go right back into the game. And you end up in your spawn point. So that's basically all there is to it. The whole purpose of this is to make it a kind of more of a RPG game where, you know, there's a drawback. There's an inconvenience to dying, but it's not so terrible that whenever you die you lose your stuff. You get to keep your stuff, and you can even bring it into the Nether here, into the Underworld, and use it against these souls and whatever. But the higher your level is, the more of them you have to collect, and all that stuff. So, that's that. Ugh. Now, get myself an ender chest. I already have a soul vial in there. Oh, that reminds me. One other thing. If you give him a diamond... Why isn't it working? The armor stands right there. Should be able to just... There. Okay. If you give him a diamond, you won't get the wither effect. Essentially, if you give him enough money, you won't get the effect. You'll be able to make it across. You don't even get hurt. But if you get out of a boat, even if the boat doesn't disappear like that, if you get out of the boat, you're gonna suddenly start taking damage whenever you go into the next one. So you have to give him more. And now I can run around. Now there's some walls here, so you can't just go all over the place. But the idea is that you start taking damage whenever you get in the boat, and only if you paid enough money. And there's also some randomness to it. You have to be kind of lucky. All right, so I guess I'm not gonna delay anymore. I might modify the code a little bit here because this is all in vanilla. I'm using data packs to make this data pack to make this work, and I've written the data pack totally. I can even show you here. This is what it looks like. Yeah, there's a lot of commands that go into this thing, and they all work differently. So without further ado, I'm gonna get started to building. What I want to do is here. I'm gonna actually disable the data pack. Alright, so I'm going to disable it so that it's not as laggy. And I'm going to join in with my spectator account. And And yeah, so this is my spectator account. Ooh, ooh, it possessed him. Ugh. And this is where I'm going to do some work. Now, I want to eventually add some obstacles to the to this path here, so that it's not as simple. You have to have some skill. You can't just go straight. You'll have to swerve around some spikes. I'll probably end up using spikes like the ones in the other area there. Yes. So, yeah, I guess I get started. I'll start off by, well, I guess I'll start off by making a big area of land. I'll put it underneath this whole thing. So I'm gonna give myself a command block. Give it this command block. Put it there. Make it repeat. Have it execute at Stover Drive. Oh, here, hold on a second. Execute at Stover Drive. Run fill till the -2 till the -2 till the -2 till the 2 till the -1 till the 2. Dead brain coral block. Replace air. Alright, so I need a lever. Ooh. Yeah, see that? That's what we call world edit. This is world edit for vanilla people. Alright, so let's go back to the spectator screen, and I'll just, oh yeah, I forgot about the that. Oh, that's a pain. Alright, I gotta turn this off. I need to take out these things. Alright, I guess I'll go to the top. That should be right. Execute at stove. Oh, right. Execute. Run fill till the 128 till the 255 till the air replace barrier. Wow! Get rid of it! Boom! It's going away! I made this barrier wall way too long. Oh, there's still some here. How did that... Oh, is it actually... Oh, it's not there anymore. Okay. Alright, where's that thing? Oh, there it is. Get rid of these barriers. Tear down this wall or whatever. The famous Reagan line. I guess people... did people not like Reagan? Was that the thing? Was that the thing about him? Like, people didn't like him? Why was that? Why did people not like him? Does anyone know? if you're watching this and you want to know something, post in the chat. I will read it, and you will receive an answer, but through my voice. Or if you just want to say something stupid, I will probably respond anyway. Moving on. We're going back to this screen, and we can see myself putting this platform in like I had originally designed. Ugh, this is kind of annoying. I like being able to see my spectator count while I'm doing this, so I can you know, see my progress. But that means I have to turn my head and look at my other screen. Oh, freaking, what a terrible situation. Okay, so here's one thing that I very much want to include in this world. My original intention was to actually, when you use the ferry to get across this this ocean of poison, the river Styx, I wanted it so to actually go down, like gradually float downwards whenever you rode it. But I could not. I mean, I probably could have made that work. I had a plan, but it turned out that it was quite a bit laggier to do it that way. So it was just I just didn't. So yeah, that's one that was like a major problem I had. I didn't want it to be laggy whenever it goes down. So instead, so I wanted it to look like you were descending into the underworld, and you would be very close to the actual poisonous water at the bottom, which is really just a bunch of lime stained glass, but it does look really cool. And you know, that would kind of indicate that you are falling into the depths of the underworld, which would have been nice. It probably would have looked a little better, maybe. Actually, I'm not certain, but I thought of something that might work better yet. I'm going to have to. It's going to be a lot more work. But what I can do is actually make. What I'm going to do is actually make the this castle on kind of a. Well, I mean, the islands are floating, so they'll be floating above the poisonous water, but the actual ocean of poison itself is going to look like it's coming out of like a specific point, like it's kind of flowing out of a spring of it or whatever. I'm not actually sure how big I need to make this. So what I'll probably end up doing is have just like a big bubble of that poison, and you can see that it's like you're going up. It's actually the liquid is coming from somewhere. It's like flowing out of a specific point. And I forgot that I probably could fly. Kind of. Never mind. And oh, this will work. Oh, here we go. Oh, what? It doesn't. Oh yeah. Okay. There we go. So rather than messing with the making the boat gradually sink down, because it just has, it's just a boat without any, without that, where the gravity doesn't affect it. So it actually works perfectly fine the way it is right now, and you know, it's very effective. The problem is that I want it to look like you're descending, but instead I'll make it so that it looks like you are getting close to the epicenter of the underworld. So like where all this poison is coming from that you've seen all around, it's obvious that it's flowing out of this one place underneath this castle, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like, because I've got this image in my head, but it's not like the most detailed thing in the world. So hopefully I can make it work. All right, so this is what I've got so far. I'm probably, well, the main point of this place is, the main feature of this place is going to be the castle. I will put in some underbelly here. Like if I go over to this thing, yeah, you can see that there's like this sort of, it's like it's been ripped out of some place. Oh, and that's another thing. I intend to make it so that there's several of these little floating islands all over the place, and like you can't get there but normally, but if you bring some ender pearls, you could get across these places. So I'll have enough of them so that you can actually hop between them and get to this place in another way, instead of spending your money on the toll. You know, one thing I've noticed is that there's definitely more people searching just for random content on Twitch. Because I had I did a stream on Twitch not so long ago, last week, where I built a lot of this other stuff. I didn't retain any viewers, but I actually had a good number of, or had a decent number of people come and check it out. I guess they were probably expecting the snapshot stuff. But yeah, this time I'm actually using the snapshot stuff. Thought that might have been probably is a good idea. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of imagining what to do here. I guess I can go back to this screen so we can have a look. I guess I get rid of this. Okay, landscaping. Huh. I don't have any of it here. Okay, one main thing I want to do with this is I want this island to be very spiky. So I want to use a lot of those big spires that poke out of the ground over in the other area. These things. There looks like there's a lot of them here, but this is nowhere near as many as I want in all. I also want to use more of this stuff, these these bone structures. Because they look really cool. Oh, speaking of, I could use some weeping vines here. These are dangling a little bit too much. I'm gonna stop their growth by using some string. Alright, so I'm gonna put some string underneath these suckers. Hot tip. Hot tip for building with vines and other things that can grow. If you don't want them to grow past a certain point, put some string in the position where they would have grown, and it'll stop them from growing anymore. Now this wouldn't work with kelp because, you know, kelp is underwater. You can't put string underwater. It'll go away right. It'll disappear right away. But yeah, that's a good. It's pretty useful. I wonder if they're gonna make these things, like, make these things do anything. I kind of doubt it. They're probably just gonna be decoration. I can't imagine them making it so that you can climb them. Wait, what? I thought I put string underneath all of these. Well, I definitely did for some of these. I guess I just missed a few. Huh, I was sure that I did that. Oh, that one does. Is it possible for them to grow over top of the string? Huh. I wonder. Well, anyway. Excuse me if I cough every now and then. I've just recovered from a infection of some kind. Alright, so I'm going to use blocks of coal to make a bunch of those big spikes all over the place in this place over here. So, I guess we'll go back to the spectator view. And, I'm just gonna start placing spikes. Alright, so these things are gonna be all over the ding-dang place. It might have been a good idea to actually build the ground out of this stuff, but you know, I wanted to be consistent. Also, I was kind of toying with the idea of using the new basalt blocks, which they have a very particular look. Actually, now that I think about it, they look quite a. The coloring is quite a bit similar to bedrock. Look at that. It's actually a block that mixes well with bedrock. What about sideways? Oh, that's even... Well, it's not as good, but if you put in some... they have to be going that way. You put in some sideways ones. Oh, that's not bad looking. Look at that. That is a texture. That is a texture using bedrock. I don't see builders using bedrock at all. It's really quite ugly. It's got high contrast and it's really dark. It's pretty ugly. But in this situation, this could be a very unique kind of path. I might actually use this as the path, as pathways in this place. That'd be pretty good. But yeah, this was going. I was planning on using this. I was thinking about using this block for these spikes. So I might just run some commands to make that happen to see what it looks like in the end. But I kind of think it's a little bit too similar to the ground. Like, the black really contrasts this gray. But this is just this is just a darker gray. So it does complement it, but not as much as the black. It's very jarring. Your eyes don't get fixated on the ground, whereas this blends into the ground. Oh, and by the way, the ground isn't just going to be this same texture all over the place. I'm going to add other types of corals too. Right now it's just a dead brain coral, but I think I want to use dead horn coral and maybe bubble or fire. But I'm definitely going to use the horn coral. I've already decided on that. So the horn coral goes in there. What's a bubble coral look like? Oh, maybe it was bubble coral. No, it wasn't horn coral at all. It was bubble coral that I was going to use. Because the texture actually matches pretty well with the brain coral. So horn coral, probably not, but fire coral's not bad. So I'll probably add some fire coral in as well. But if I just replace various blocks all over the place, that'll take freaking ages. So I'm probably going to use some kind of like a world editor program software to randomly do this. I would use Bling Edit, but I don't know how to make it work for this version. I probably could. I'm not terrible with I've done a lot of working with data packs, so I could probably even make it work, at least for me, in this snapshot, but that would take a lot of time. Bling Edit is the in-game, like, no mod. It's basically Seth Bling's Minecraft world editor software, and it works in game, so it just uses a data pack, and you can edit regions of blocks really fast. I really haven't gotten a chance to play with it because it's made for 1.13, and I guess he just hasn't updated it recently, which is kind of a shame. Does this spike look good? Can you even see it? Oh, I made it too tall. I couldn't see it. Okay, it doesn't look the best. Probably if I did something like this, it would work. I'm just looking at it from all angles. Barrier crap is getting on my nerves. Alright, so I need to do a lot of these spikes. They're going to be really close together too, so I might just build a bunch of these little bases all over the place. This It's gonna be a big region of spikes, and I'll probably even I think I'll even make some like pointing downwards. But I need to try to frame this whole structure, this whole island, and connect it and make your eye connect it to the poisonous water down there too. So it's going to be kind of challenging, I think. I'm definitely going to have to build this castle on a big platform, so that it towers above, so that it even towers above these spikes. So I can't make the spikes too big, because then it would go, then the whole structure, then the whole thing would be too high. That's another reason why I wanted to bring the whole thing down, so that I'd have more vertical space. But right now I'm kind of limited, because this is actually a regular Nether. This is the top part of the Nether here. So if I go under this is just all regularly generated Nether. This is all generated before the update. Oh wait, hold on. This is all generated before the update. So this is just underneath what I've got already. But if I go out far enough, you'll see the new biomes. Where are they? I have mob spawning turned off just so that they don't get on my nerves. Where's the newer biomes? Ah, here we go. Here's one. This is the Crimson Forest. Where's the Soul Sand Valleys? Those are the best. Here we have the Warped Forest. My favorite's the Soul Sand Valley, dude. I probably wouldn't want to venture through them because they're scary. But they summon lots of gas. Here we go. But just look at the sky. Look at how cool this looks. These basalt pillars are just really good. This is definitely inspired from Greek mythology. This is very Hades-esque, and I might even use this soul soil as like a in the new area soon. But this place spawns ghasts and skeletons like crazy. Since pigmen and can't spawn there, most of the spawning is taken by the ghasts. But we'll just head back in this direction, which is about where this probably looks awful, by the way. I'm very sorry. But yeah, this whole thing is just above the Nether, and that's why, and that's what makes it work. I'm gonna try to actually focus on building here. I know I've been gaffing like insanely much, I've been gaffing like a madman. I guess not gaffing. It's not really gaffing. It's more like, yeah, I've just been talking at you guys for a while. But I'm gonna try to do some building. Whenever I have this, it's hard for me to do stuff while I'm talking, and that's why I get distracted a lot while doing this. I'm trying. I'm trying to be entertaining while getting my work done here. But if I'm honest, the reason I'm doing this live stream is to motivate me to do the building. I don't like. It's not even that I'm worried about getting viewers. I just like to think that there's some stakes involved. Like I need to get this done. And this is the first time my data pack stuff has been put on YouTube. So that's a nice little tidbit. So that stuff you saw about with the leveling up and all that stuff, that is a sneak peek, sort of. Oh, I guess I'll go back to the spectator view. So I'm building some of these big spikes because this is going to be the framework for the castle. There's going to be a terrifying castle here, and yeah, these spikes are going to be a framework for it. But I'm gonna try to make them very. I don't want to make them too big. But what I want to do is I want to try to get them to be all over the place. So it looks like it's this big, thick. What's the word? Big, thick, like mess of this stuff. If you have any questions, give me let me know. I probably should just enable the data pack, but it makes it so laggy because I have the spectator account here. I might have to look into that. There might be something I can do to fix it. Hey, what's that look like? It doesn't look right. I'm gonna move the camera a bit. There we go. That's better. Alright, so I'm gonna do a kind of short one here, pointing in this direction. Because I want this to look like a dang. I want this to look chaotic, but also kind of a solid mass. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna put this headphones on my sides. I don't want to listen to the music right now. My ears are getting sore from wearing these over-ear headphones. Like I've got very prominent ears. I don't know if that's a common problem, but like one thing that really bothers me, like I can't wear any kind of headphones for a long period of time. I guess maybe in-ear headphones, little earbuds, probably would be a better option for me. But, and let me know if you have any, if anyone else, like if any of you guys have problems like that, because it's a real pain wearing headphones for a long period of time. I can't stand it. It really hurts after a while. Like, but I don't like earbuds because I don't know, I don't like the feel of those. I like being able to like touch, like I don't want things to be in my ear. All right, that's probably the main thing. Like that's probably all it is. I don't need to explain it any more than that. It's just it feels weird having crap in, having some junk in your ear, you know. So I don't like earbuds, but headphones just really hurt my ears after a while. Not because they're loud or anything. It's just because I have prominent ears. They come out quite a ways from my face, and and just any headphones I use end up hurting them when I use them for any decent amount of time. So I don't know. Alright, let's have a look around here and see. It's looking pretty sinister so far. It's not exactly what I was imagining. Maybe I should put some along the front here and have the dock kind of go into an opening on it. That would be pretty freaking... That would be pretty epic. Alright, I'll build some in front. Alright, I'll just do a big stinking big slab of this stuff. Do you guys have any... Have you guys played the new snapshot at all? I really haven't done any... I haven't done any kind of like actual survival mode playing of it. But one thing that I noticed that I wasn't really sure of is how you make the new netherite equipment. Because at the moment you just take your netherite, your existing diamond armor, and you just put a piece of netherite or diamond equipment, and you just put a piece of netherite on it. I think that, I mean, I guess it's really rare and hard to get. But you know, diamond's already pretty valuable, and I don't know. I think that diamond armor should have, you know, a unique benefit. A unique benefit that the netherite doesn't have. The diamond equipment. I'm not really sure what it could be. Maybe if it's just more enchantable, like the gold equipment. You know, you could, like, you actually use gold to make netherite, the ingots. But maybe the diamond actually is more enchantable than than the netherite. I don't know. Maybe netherite could be, well, it's made out of nether stuff. It's like really magical. Plus you use gold for it, so that right there doesn't make sense that it's more enchantable than diamond. Because diamond isn't as enchantable as gold. But it actually, you know, the texture of it, the color of it's more mundane. You know, don't you think? Like, isn't it? It's just black. Sure, the shape's a little bit different. I'm not saying it doesn't look cool. But I don't think it should just be better. There should be some drawback. That's what I'm saying. There should be a drawback to using, to changing it to the nether, changing your diamond armor into netherite. Just trying to think what it could be. Maybe it's actually less durable. I mean, I get that it's like it's this ancient stuff that's been around for who knows how long. But that might even make it less durable because it's so old. It's already reached its limit. So yeah, I'm thinking that diamond should actually be more durable than netherite. And if it wasn't, you should have to use multiple pieces of netherite to make the armor. You shouldn't just be able to make it out of diamond armor. You should have to craft it on its own. Don't just upgrade the existing equipment. Make it its own thing. I suspect that would be a better option. What else could it be? Because diamonds are forever. That's like the whole thing, right? So, I don't know. I say that I think that netherite should either be harder to make, i.e., you need more nether. You need to craft it like your regular equipment. You don't just upgrade your diamond equipment. That way you can actually make it without even getting any diamonds. Well, I guess you do need to use diamonds to get the diamond pickaxe to break the blocks. But you know what I mean. You can still get diamonds out of the nether fortresses. So, I mean, yeah, now you can... Wait, can you make sticks using the new types of planks? I would guess so. Let me just check. Yeah, you can. Of course you can. The heck wouldn't you? Okay, now this might be a little bit too much. This whole spike thing. I mean, I like the way it's going. But from a distance, it's kind of hard to tell. That new spike looks like ass. I mean, poop. It looks like poop. One problem with this is that it's all one color and it's really dark. I mean, it might just be because I'm not like it's kind of bright in my house right now, so it's just kind of hard to see what's all going on. Okay, that just looks weird. How can I fix that? Like that? Will that work? Is that too thick? Well, that's not bad. It's not the best, but it's not bad. Make this side go up more. Yeah, there we go. Now we're talking with language. Okay. Gonna try to get this spike thing looking good. I don't really do stuff like this very often. Yeah, that's coming together. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, I'm just kind of bothered by the whole netherite thing. I mean, it's cool that they're adding a new tier of armor. That's something that I've been wondering if we would get for a long time. And I like the change that they did with the knockback resistance thing. They're actually implementing it into the game as well. it's a pretty good idea. Like it makes sense too, because before it would be there would just be a percentage chance if you had knockback resistance. You couldn't get the stat in game. It was, I mean, I think it was sort of used using the blast in the blast resistance stat, but not really. It used to just be that the it used to just be like a percentage chance. If you got hit, there was a chance that you wouldn't get knocked back. Now well, I think they're still working on it, but it's supposed to be constantly. If you get knocked back, you don't get knocked back as much. It reduces the amount of knockback that you get, which is exactly what it should be. I really wish I could see this better. Like, there's so much light in this room that I can't really see what's going on very well. Let me just use this. Float around a little bit, see what's going on. Alright, so that side needs some more work. I need to put some spikes going in the other direction pretty tall. Plus these things kind of look like they're curved on this side. I don't really want that. So I'm going to move this down. Well, that already looks better. Yeah. This stupid barrier too. It's really bothering me. All right. Wait, what if I give myself the night vision effect? Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, I can definitely see it now. Alright, well, I guess I'll just keep that on this one, and then you can see how it should actually look on the other one. Alright, let me move the camera a little bit. I think I definitely need this view here. So, alright, now one thing's for sure, I need to make this sort of connect in the center here. So there's gonna be a bunch of spikes poking out in the center here. And they're kind of coalescing into one spot. So this is it's gonna look really intense in the center, but there is but they're gonna kind of connect. The only problem is that you won't really be able to see because it's all one texture, so they're gonna kind of blend together, which I think might be okay. Oh, this is gonna look good. This is gonna look good, I think. Now, one thing I do want to do eventually is to get this biome to be the Soul Sand Valley biome, because it looks the atmosphere is so much cooler. Like it's actually got it's got a blue kind of background, and if you've ever watched the Disney Hercules, that's how their imagination was. It was all really dark and blue, like the blue fire, the blue everything, the blue like ocean kind of thing. Was it the river Styx was like all blue too. Everything was really blue, and you know, it was cold looking. And that's what the Soul Sand Valley looks like. It looks like it's like chilled. Everything's it's a lot colder. I think this is coming together. I think it needs to be kind of thicker over here. One problem with adding all this terrain, though, is that whenever I enable the data pack, it'll send those little souls that are going to wander around this place all over this thing. And although you'll be able to see them pretty easily because they're glowing, so you can see them through walls and such, it's probably going to be a pain to get to them. They're going to most likely spawn up on top of these on top of little spots on these spikes, which is sort of a problem, but you know, I'm not super worried about it. Okay, there's a little gap there that needs filled in. Just doesn't look right. Probably made sense in terms of the spike, but regarding where this gap here needs a little bit of attention. All right. That's pretty intense. All right, let me step back and look at this while I'm gonna step back and look at this while I drink some of this tea. definitely looking good, I think. Just one problem, the gap here is a little too obvious. I want it to be, I want your eye to be drawn to it, but right now it's a little bit too bright. Like, maybe if I use that technique, using the bedrock of all things, bedrock and basalt and yeah, just bedrock and basalt. The soul soil's not gonna work. Well, I could probably use a brown. Does coarse dirt connect with it? No, it's too bright. What about jungle logs? Oh, that's green. Spruce wood. Stripped spruce wood. Definitely not. Stripped dark oak wood. Nope, still too bright. Spruce wood's the closest. Well, I'm not sure. What could be a good block? Certainly not. Now, brown would be a nice complementary color. Or a nice color. Like, there's not much brown in this entire Underworld so far. Wait, what about netherrack? Oh, it's just too red. Ooh, I got it. Certainly not. No. Nothing really matches. Maybe brown concrete powder or concrete. What about... Did I already try this? I did. It's too bright. What about just dark oak logs with the wood on it? Well, that's not bad. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Nah. I don't think that'll work. The only thing I could use with the soul soil is the soul sand. I hate that you have to get slowed down when you step on it. But if I don't use it a lot, it might not be a bad idea. Alright, let's just see what it looks like if I made a path out of this. This is temporary. I'm not planning on keeping it like this. I'll probably even change these blocks. I could put the soul sand towards the edges. keep them kind of out of the way. That definitely looks good. It's a good looking texture. I'm just not sure about the soul sand. Alright. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try it using bedrock and the basalt. Alright, so give me a second here. Alright, you know what? Tilde, tilde, bedrock, replace soul sand. Oh. Oh. And then, what was it called? Basalt axis equals X. Replace soil. And then I'll litter some Y basalt in it. That doesn't look bad either. But. Alright, I'm gonna bring it in a little more. I love these new basalt blocks. It looks so cool. Probably could use a little more space here. It works really well with the bedrock. I can't believe it. Like, bedrock was like the worst block to use. It was so ugly. But now it worked. You can use it with you could use it with the basalt to kind of get a different texture. Now the texture doesn't exactly line up with the top texture of the basalt, but the sides make it look good, and just the variation. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Let me clear the... Alright, there probably should be a little bit more... a little bit more of this stuff, like, going around it. So we'll have some more spikes coming off the sides here, so that it'll be really short. It'll be very small spikes. But okay. Let me know if you guys have any questions, or just comments or whatever. I can see the chat. I'll answer them. Okay. I'm going to go back to having that crazy brightness. Okay. This is looking promising. It's a little bit lopsided because this left side has this spike that's way too big. But that opening is a lot more attractive now. Alright, I'm going to go back to the spectator account. I'm going to make some more spikes over here. I'm going to try to get started building the castle before too long. But I just want to try to finish up getting the framework done, because what I do in the front is going to impact how the castle will look in the back. Okay. Let's see now. I don't want it to be symmetrical. That would be bad. I mean, if I made it perfectly symmetrical without even trying, that would be actually kind of impressive. But that's not what I want. So I'm just gonna kind of have it token off in this direction. I do want it to be tall. This will be the tallest one, I think. I like humming to myself whenever I build, but I know that there's a lot of the things that I like to hum have belong to some other companies, particularly video games. I love video game music. Particularly Nintendo, but you know, they're not the only ones that make excellent music. Capcom has some pretty good composers. Konami, well, I mean, I don't know what they do now, but the Castlevania songs are awesome. There's some really good music that come out of Mega Man, but you know, that was a while ago, so you know, they might not be capable of, they might not have the same composers that did that stuff. Oh wow, that was pretty close. That was pretty good right off the bat. I didn't. Okay, it does look a little bit janky over here. Right, I gotta do this. So I just gotta make sure it looks like a straight spike from all directions. This angle looks a little bit odd, but probably get rid of a couple of these blocks and that should fix it. Add a block here. Alright, that looks pretty straight. Still looks straight. Yeah, alright. One block here could go, and that should be, that looks pretty straight from all angles. And it juts out quite a lot. Alright. That's looking good. Looking pretty beastly. I need to add some bulk to this out the back. So I've played some like Minecraft is probably my favorite game of all time. Not just because it's like really well designed, it has a lot of thought and polish put into it, but because the game is about creativity. It's about solving problems in a creative and, you know, unexpected way. And, you know, it's more of a tool for, it's more of a tool than a, like, than anything else. It's a tool for creativity. And Mojang has put so much effort into making it possible for people to create in this game that it's just become its own outlet for it, its own thing, its own medium. Like, people have competitions and for building stuff, and it's incredible. Like, that you could make a job out of building stuff in Minecraft. You can make it your job, not just because it's not because it's entertaining to watch, but because the end result actually makes people, you know, emotional. Like, it's an art form. Because you can make your builds in so many unique ways, like infinitely unique, which is what makes it such a great game. Well, I guess I wouldn't call it a game. I can't really call it the best, my favorite game, because it's a creativity tool before it's a game. It's almost like if I called Photoshop a great game. You know, it's a program. It's and you can have fun using it, but it's definitely not a game. You can't. It's not like something you play. You can play Minecraft because there's a game in there. It's like Mario Paint. You know Mario Paint. There's that like, there's the whole game. It's about you know, drawing stuff and painting stuff, and it's like fun, but the purpose of it is to you know, make you create something. That's its purpose. But you know, there's that little mini game in there that that lets you, where you have to swat the flies, and that's like a fun little game that they included in there. That's kind of like how Minecraft's gameplay is. It's almost like a side note. Just realized that I probably couldn't see what I was doing. And the point of it is to be able to build stuff, and the monsters in there are there solely to make it more interesting. You know, have there be stakes. You know, if I want to build something, I have to kind of avoid the creatures that are after me as well. Like, it makes there be problems. You don't have to just come up with your own problems, which you'd have to do if you were creating, like, say, an entire drawing or writing a story or whatever. You don't have to come up with your own problems, or you have to come up with your own problems so that the story is interesting. But with Minecraft, there's some problems in there already if you're playing in survival mode, and it makes you want to create something that'll solve them. Okay, so what I've got here is a island that's covered in these spikes. It's kind of similar to the one over here. I've got this big island here. There's not as many spikes, but there's some weird organic things going on here. It's like And there's this giant skull in the portal, covered, surrounded by spikes. I'll probably add some details to this terrain then later too. But yeah, so in keeping in like tact with the theme of these spikes here, I'm building this other island way across this river Styx here, and this is going to be like the central point. This is like the what would you call it? Like well, this is where I'm gonna build a castle. Basically, I'm gonna build Hades Palace, pretty much. Although I'm not sure what I would really call it. Now, how much higher can I actually go? I need to measure this. So, can I go much higher than these blocks? Alright, I got some distance here. Okay, that's plenty. That's plenty. I don't need to build that tall. I do want it to tower over these statues, or these spikes, so you can see it as you approach this island. But the structure itself will well, it's going to be on a big platform here. So this road here is probably, it's just temporary. And this is the snapshot, by the way. This is 20W06A. So this is the new Nether stuff. I'm making this. I'm using. Well, I have access to the new blocks, like the warped stems and new kind of weird things. These things are cool, by the way. Like the new type of wood, pretty much. But gosh, I want to build the castle, so I'm going to have this on a platform. I think what I'll do is I'll use the spikes as kind of the platform. So, oh, this is gonna be tricky. So the spikes are gonna surround this whole thing. All right, I'll bring the spectator account over. All right, so we're gonna watch. You're gonna have to watch me build these a little perimeter here, because the castle's gonna be raised up on a little platform, and the platform is going to be made at, it's going to look like it's made out of these spikes here too. I don't want to use too many of these spikes though, because if I do, it'll kind of all blend together. So it's important that I have some contrast. It needs to go out further. I'm not sure how to do this. Alright, I know what to do. I'm just going to get a command block, and I'm going to... just run a command. Execute at stove drive. Fill till the -2 till the -3 4 3 4 till the -2 till the 2 till the -1 till the 2. Oh, right. Run coal block replace air, and it's going to be a repeating. All right, this will make it easy. Actually, I'll just have it fill entirely. Here we go. Yeah, this whole thing's pretty much going to be the castle. Woo! Wee! I'm running around just filling in blocks, turning the ground into black. No. Oh, it's so much easier than placing blocks. Just run around. You can still be creative, but who needs world edit? Who needs world edit? Who needs MC edit? Who needs any of that stuff? You got command blocks. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, bro. Simple. Okay. So this is the area that I'm going to have. I guess what I'll do is I guess I'll build the castle. Using this area. It might be too far back. Well, I could put a little one like around here, a little tower. I guess I should do like a simple build first. And to get the style kind of to get an idea of what I want the style to be. So, yeah, I don't know what to talk about right now. I'm just placing blocks. Hmm. I probably have one here too. Or maybe like a little open area there. Yeah, because that's already kind of open. This one's sort of surrounded by these spikes. So I guess I'll make this a little bigger. This is a lot of coal blocks. I wonder if anyone's like, I wonder how common this kind of, how common it would be to build things out of coal blocks in like survival mode, because you can farm coal pretty easily if you get if you get a wither skeleton farm. Okay, so I guess I'll start building a tower here. So let me get my menu of items. One thing that I use a lot, that I want to use a lot of, or want to use kind of as a sort of foundational block, are these prismarine blocks. They really stand out in the Nether because they're greenish. And most of the other blocks have a red tint to them. So the blue-green really makes them stand out. Now, one thing that is probably not going to be... One thing that's probably going to be a drawback is the shape. The shape is going to be, it's going to be hard to work with the shape here, I think, because I want it to look, it needs to look very unique. So I'm just gonna fill this in with the prismarine as if it was the you know, the foundational block. Which it very well could be. Probably end up using it as the foundational block. But I need to come up with a way. I'm thinking that I have it go from this square shape into something of a rectangular shape, or a diamond shape. So it kind of like, I'm just using these as a varying block. So it starts like going in on itself. maybe a little bit more of a gradual increase. Okay, so maybe this goes up like 2 blocks. And then it goes up 3 blocks like this. Maybe 2 blocks. And it goes in again. Then it comes into this sort of this diamond shape. I'm not sure if this will all remain. This probably won't all stay red stained, or the red nether bricks. In fact, this could probably do with some modification as well. So maybe like this. Okay, so I mean it's looking a little odd because it comes right up to the edge of the foundations. So I think I might cut this out. Yeah, I'm gonna restart. Fill tilde 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 9 tilde 20 tilde 9 air replace red nether bricks. Okay. Yeah, that was a big problem. Okay, I'm gonna start with a shear wall. Alright, so the shear wall, and it's going to have, and it'll connect, so it's gonna be a nice tall shear wall. And then there's gonna be some weird designs going on up towards the top. Might not be big enough. But I don't really have any more space. I guess I'll go right to the edge. Ugh. I'm running out of things to talk about. Let's see. It's not like I'm here to. I'm doing this to build. So I guess I could create a hollow rectangle. Yeah, it's not a big deal. I can do this. This isn't going to be the focal point anyway. I think I'm only going to be doing this for another hour. This looks like crap, by the way. Well, I guess what I'll do is use the corners like I have in the other builds. I'm not so sure about that. Well, maybe instead of being like that, it's just one pillar. No, it doesn't work. What if it's like this? No, that doesn't work either. Okay, I think I need to use the regular nether bricks. Maybe this needs some depth. Okay, how many blocks is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in either direction. Alright, I'm just gonna make a huge area. A huge... Oh. Just gonna make a huge, really tall, hollow thing of red nether bricks. There we are. Alright, so this... Alright, so this will be the starting point. So I'm going to use these regular nether bricks to kind of add a framework here. So I'm going to go across like this. So this will add some depth. I'll have plenty of depth. I'm gonna make some arches. Right. Should this be one arch or two arches? I'm thinking two arches. Alright, I need some nether brick stairs. And nether brick slabs. Where are the nether brick slabs? Oh, there they are. Alright, so I want to do just the corners like this. Be little slabs or stairs. And then maybe do this kind of thing. And yeah, that's not bad looking. Kind of looks like windows. Alright, now I want to do, I guess, I guess I'll have one in the middle here. I think the slabs looked better. Maybe this one should look taller. Oh, well. Does that make sense? Possibly. Alright, I'll walk over, or I'll go over here. I'm gonna build it on all sides now. Okay, just quickly install this, and then it's like this. Goes right the way up to the top. I don't know if I'm allowed to hum that song. DreamWorks might sue me. You ever watched the movie Mouse Hunt? It's really stupid. It's like, it's a really dumb movie, but I love it because I'm very nostalgic for it. I watched it a lot when I was a kid. I don't know the actor's name, but the voice of Timon from Lion King was one of the main characters, and it was basically the Three Stooges. Maybe I could. I'm not so sure. That looks okay. I'm gonna move that down. All right. Moving on. Oh, I think I'm also going to put a little bit of depth in these corners. Yeah, that looks good. This isn't exactly what I was planning on this looking like. But I'm not disappointed. I definitely want to do something a little more unique with it. I don't want it to just be like another castle. It looks like every other castle in the world. That's not the goal here. It's to make. I want to make something unique, but identifiable. You know, you can identify it, but it's unlike anything else. All right, moving on. But yeah, about that movie, that Mouse Hunt, I was just about to hum the song, the theme song to it, but it's owned by DreamWorks, so they'd probably want some royalties for their theme song. I'm not so sure about the cross. The whole cross thing. Now, what if I took out the cross? That looks a little bit dull. I think the cross does make it work. Alright, let's stick with it. One thing that I've found building in the Nether is, or building these kinds of things, building things like this in the Nether, it's harder to detail the build. It's like, what kinds of blocks can I use to make this building look better? I guess there's the new types of wood, so I could do stuff like this. But that really stands out, doesn't it? What about the crimson one? Well, that's a little better, but it still stands out. What about the buttons? Boop, 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 boop. Ooh. Oh, the crimson ones are practically undetectable. I'm not sure. Oops. Okay, that's not bad looking. Let's try it with these ones. I mean, it matches the whatever that is down there, the prismarine. Actually, that gives me an idea. Well, maybe... Ooh, I've got an idea. Not sure if it'll work. It's an idea. What if I use the doors? Door, 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 door. And then I can use the different types of prismarine. Do, 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 do. This isn't looking bad. So I have one problem, and it's this. I don't actually like the doors. They don't really work because the ones in the center here are pointing in a specific direction. The ones in the corners look okay because, you know, they're not like they're Wait, you can't put doors on the side of the stair, can you? No. Probably could have used a command, but then as soon as you open the door, it would probably screw up. I'm thinking I use some warp stems. Maybe warp stems or the stripped warp stems. Stripped warp stems are better than the regular. Not stripped. But how do they look from a distance? Pretty awful, if you ask me. I think it should just stick with. I think I should just stick with the nether bricks. I'm caught up in the details a little too much right now. Definitely. I keep forgetting that I have this stupid the F3 menu up. Well, I'm trying to work out the style, so it's alright that I get stuck at the details so that I have a reference whenever I go back, whenever I start building this castle, the major one, the big one. Okay, that looks fine. That the bottom is kind of eh. But it doesn't look bad. Maybe these could go away. Not really necessary. In fact, what's this look like? I think that would be better than this. Yeah. Or should I put it on this level? Or maybe I could do... no. Alright, I'll just stick it on the bottom level. Like, the trapdoors are unique looking. But, like, it just doesn't match anything. At least in terms of... this like, type of building material. Okay, now... So, that's not looking bad. even in the dark, it looks pretty good. I think I need to cap it off. I need to finish up. So... how do I want to do this? Well, I think for starters, I'm going to put a little frame around this whole thing. Maybe even do this. Oh, I forgot. Heh. Forgot about that corner. Whoa. What was that? My phone went off. Got an email. Okay. Alright, so I want to do... framework, but it like gradually goes inwards. Well, actually, hold on, let me think. What I'll do, I think I'm gonna corner these. Alright, this isn't gonna be a big thing. I've done the major thing here. This isn't gonna be a big thing. It's gonna go up. Like this. In the center? I'm not sure. The corners make more sense to me. Because it starts as a it's gonna start as a rectangle. Alright, cut off the top part. This is hard. This is taking more brains than I know how to have. Okay, so I guess what I'll do is I guess it could be a center one. Okay. Okay, I think that's what's gonna happen. Right, I'll have a center one and the corner ones. So this whole thing's gonna get surrounded by this whole thing's gonna have the slabs all along it. And there's the little stairs. Oops, that's not right. Oops, that's definitely not right. I'm messing up. Okay, the stairs in all the corners. Put the full block there. Okay. Now, these I guess will go straight up. These edges here will go straight up. They won't change. But the corners here will. up 2, and it goes up by 1, and it goes... Oh, well, we'll do this. And then do this. And do this. And then do this. Let's see. And then that leaves a gap right there. And a gap there. This is tricky. Is that gonna look any good? Maybe the corners shouldn't. Oh, I'm not doing this right. Okay. Hold on. Okay, this should be more correct. All right, and then how about that? It looks very weird. Okay. I think I've got another idea. Instead of having it come in, it's going to go out. It's going to be convex. What's convex? Convex. The exterior of a circle. Alright, yeah, it is going to be convex. Ugh. Alright, so it's going to... Well, I guess then this means the corners aren't going to change. But the outline will. The outlying structure will. I don't know. That should it be more bulbous? Maybe the corners do end up going in a little bit. Just a little bit, though. This will give it a very particular shape. Like, so it'll be unique. I'm just trying to picture this. I don't think that'll work. If anything, it needs a balloon outwards a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna try to imagine this like a circle. Alright, so... yeah, it should come out a little bit. Alright, so that's what what it'll look like. Although definitely looks a little bit bulbous. Do I care that it looks squashed? Should it look squashed? Yeah, that probably will actually be fine. Alright. Definitely should be a little bit thicker there. All right. There we are. Alright, so this is gonna be the tricky part. So I'm gonna fill in this sphere. How's that looking? Ooh, very interesting. Should see what it looks like from above. That should be in there, like that. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay. Yeah, that's looking right. And then I can just fill in this part. And then basically it's the same thing on the top. Did you like my new song? It's called Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. My brain's malfunctioning or something. My brain does not have the functionality in which this world is allowing me to exist. I don't know what any of that means. Okay. This build could probably use some lights, and also these corners are a little bit too jaggedy. All right. See, it's just looking a little strange. I think I need to use some slabs and stairs. Excuse me. I don't know what I'm doing, but it sounds funny, so I'm going to continue doing it. Okay. I think I'm gonna use some shroom lights. Boom. 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 Oh, I forgot the bottom parts of these. Alrighty, that's that. And the undersides of these. Oh, oh yeah, that's correct. I suppose that is supposed to be a slab. Oh, there's supposed to be upside down slabs up here? Yeah. Alright, that. These need to be slabs. Oops. Oh. Slab, 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 slab. Block, 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 block. Haha. Ah, beautiful. Simply beautiful. Alright, one more thing. I'm gonna use these nether brick fences to fence that in. See that? That's what you call smirt. That's gonna be a full block. Maybe I can use I'll stick with the red nether brick for now. All right, I'm gonna get the roof built on this, which I have no idea what I'm doing, by the way. I guess I could use the dark prismarine, change it up a little bit. Maybe in combination with the warped stuff. So where's the warped slabs and warped planks? Okay, so I guess I'll just do it like I've done elsewhere and just have like I think I'd be better off building this with a little bit of an incline. So if I did it like this, it goes 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this is looking good. Only it doesn't. It looks more like a mage tower. I guess I'll try... I'll build it, and then I'll see if I can... get it, and then I'll see about using commands to replace the blocks with some that look a little more appropriate. Because I think this is just looking too much like a mage tower. I'm just gonna build this. I'm gonna build this thing as best I can. I'm gonna build this thing as best I can before I... Oh, I'm being totally quiet. Oops. Yeah, this is looking a lot more like a mage tower than I wanted it to. Well, maybe it should just be battlements then. Yeah. Yeah, this was a waste of time. That does not look right. Yeah, it just does. It's so out of place. It is so out of place. I don't even know why I finished. There we go. I can't believe I thinking went through all that just to freaking destroy it anyway. Alright, all it's gonna be is this. Some, typical crenellations. Right at the top. Oh, that's new. It actually goes all the way to the top of the block. What the? But not here. Wait, what? Oh. That's strange. Why didn't it? Why? Oh, well. Look at that. I keep forgetting that I have the stupid. I forget to turn off the debug menu. Okay, where's the Nether bricks? Doink, 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 doink. Okay, does that look better? No. What the heck? It looks very strange. Okay, I know what to do. Needs depth. So it needs to either come out or come in. I think I'm gonna go with coming in. Then again, coming out would be a lot more interesting. Let's try. See about this. Oh. Doink, 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 and that. So I'll do. Boop, 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 boop. That's weird. When you place them in this, in the X direction, it screws with it. Huh. Hmm. Oh, them apples. That does look good. I think this will make it a little bit stand out a little. Alright. Okay, I could do better. Oops. Oh, for goodness sakes. Instead of those, it's these. Oh, that looks nice. Oh, one more thing. There's one other thing I want to change. I want to replace this with this. Maybe? Possibly? How about that? Oh, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Definitely. Oh, definitely. I'm super feeling that. Kind of makes it look like an eye. Ooh. Sorry, that was a little bit unnecessary. Alright, as soon as I finish this up, I'm going to get going. Because there's other things that I need to do today. Believe it or not. Come on, phone. Don't notify me in the middle of this. I'm busy ignoring my phone. Well, I can't ignore it. I've got the chat loaded. Not that anybody's chatting, but if they did chat, I would certainly see it on my phone. Okay. Oh, that looks pretty sick. Although there's one little detail that I would like to add. I'm gonna put one of those lanterns up here, the ones that I have on the outside this place. So I guess those need to be the full blocks. Alright, so I'm gonna use slabs to fill in this area. This is going to be one of the lanterns. Oh wait, no. That's where that goes. I don't remember how many blocks I need. I mean, it's not very likely that people will be able to come up here to see this. In fact, I imagine it's completely impossible. Let me just go and double check. Rather than flying back and forth, I'll just use my spectator account to see it. Oh crap, I went the wrong way. Okay, so I'm making one of these. The posts are 3 blocks and then 4 blocks. Three blocks, and then 4 blocks. Wait. Oh no, that's not right. Oy. Why did I put them on the top half? Oh, the ones on the inside go in the top half. That's right. Right, that's stairs. Slab, stair, block, slab, block. There we are. And now I need to make the flame. Alright, so I need stained glass, purple, blue, and cyan, as well as purple, blue, and cyan stained glass panes. machines, and there we are. Okay, I think that does it. It kind of detracts a little bit. Yeah, that's no good. I'm gonna get rid of the top part of this. It's just I'm gonna make it, and I think I'll make it bigger too. So this is gonna be sort of like a beacon. Alright. Let me get rid of all this. Alright, I'm gonna make it a little bigger. Looks like a lot bigger, but it's not gonna be too much. Yeah, may as well. Okay, so it's gonna be like this. Has anyone ever, like, I played a lot of Shovel Knight, and I've played a lot of Shovel Knight, and it's got like the best music ever. I'm not even I don't listen to music much, but the music from Shovel Knight is legit. Like, it's just absolutely enjoyable. looks pretty good. Yeah. All right. What do you think of that? Definitely looks better without the roof thing. All right. Let's get rid of this potion effect. Oh wait. There's one more thing I need to do. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go back over here. I'm going to exit with my spectator account, and then I'm going to data pack enable Polarium. Alright, so now everything will get kicked back into sit gear. Alright. That's all working. And oh, you can just barely see it. You can actually kind of see the silhouette of the build. I wonder if that would happen if it was the different whatever. Let's get in the boat. And we'll see this in as I intended it to look. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, I think I'm satisfied. Oh, that was a long build. Whew. And it's not done. That's not gonna be the top of the build either. That's just one of the towers. This thing's gonna be massive. I'm not done with the spikes. I'll be adding more. I'll be adding more spikes. Probably to the top and bottom of this thing. There's going to be spikes coming out of the bottom as well. I've got this. This is the style. This is the style I'm going to use for this build. This is just this is just one tower. There's probably going to be at least 2 more towers within this structure, and it's going to be huge. There's going to be like maybe a front tower here. Maybe it's not as tall as that one, but then it's going to be layered. This build is going to be layered so that the further back it is, the taller the build is. It's going to go all like way up to the build limit. But yeah, so on this platform here is gonna be the structure. This is the style I'm gonna use. So all of the solid walls are going to have this kind of arch like motif going on, and with the nether brick and red nether bricks. That's nothing new, but it's just the perfect thing for the entire structure. So without further ado, I will see you later. I couldn't have timed that better. This is Stove, and I'm signing out for the day. I'm not planning. I don't have a plan for doing these live streams. I probably won't even do a live stream for the entire build. So next time this stream is up, we'll probably have more in this build done than than right now, so you won't be able to see everything. But yeah, that's looking good. Oh, everything's working so well. Like the docks are working good. Oh, except I fell out because I wasn't looking where I was going. The soul things are looking good. These paths are great. Like, you can use basalt and I just love that you can use basalt and bedrock together. Like, you never, like, bedrock was a useless block. It was so ugly. Nothing matched with it. But now you can make pathways out of it. Of course, it's not obtainable in survival mode, so maybe it's not the best option. But still, it's freaking cool. I just had to do that real quick. Sorry, I said I was gonna leave, which I am. I'm just being a butt about it. I saw something that I wanted to fix, and I had to do it. Oh, what the heck? Wait, why does that even need to be there? Ugh, what am I doing? Well, I'll see you next time. Enjoy. Have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed watching me build this sucker. I'm quite proud of it. I've never built like, I don't build things in the Nether very often, and I've never really built anything on this, like, in this style. So I'm glad where it's going. Until next time, farewell.